Greetings, friends. I am so excited to be here today once more for another edition of this year Ardurra podcast. Today, I happen to be in the presence of Morgan Sissom, the Senior Development Officer for the American Cancer Society in Miami-Dade County. Morgan, welcome to the show.
Hello, and thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here on Ardurra's podcast and talk about what we're doing at the American Cancer Society.
Thank you. Our ambassadors are quite excited about the programs you have got going on, and we're going to delve into those things momentarily.
Absolutely.
But I wanted to begin, Morgan, with the very beginning of who is Morgan and why Morgan is involved in this. Tell us a little bit about your background, where you went to high school, and how you ended up being part of the American Cancer Society.
Absolutely. So I grew up in Jersey. I'm a Jersey girl, and I went to Manasquan High School there at the Jersey Shore. Had great people, great influences, great family. And I ended up coming down to Florida Atlantic University for college and graduated there in 2020. So COVID year, really fun and exciting. But while I was there, I was vice president of programming in my sorority where we did a lot of philanthropic work. And I really learned that that was my passion and that was my calling, is to work with different nonprofit organizations. And so I started in one nonprofit and joined the American Cancer Society last year. And I'm just very grateful to be here and doing what I do.
Anything in particular that inspired you to pursue the Cancer Society?
Everybody knows somebody who is affected by cancer, whether it's somebody themselves or a friend or a family member or, you know, a coworker, anyone. Somebody knows somebody who has heard the words, "I have cancer." And when, you know, learning about having a career at the American Cancer Society, it was a no-brainer that that's what I wanted to do and to pursue in my career.
Your scope right now as Senior Development Officer is focused primarily in Miami-Dade County, as I understand it.
Yeah, exactly. So the American Cancer Society is a nationwide organization. So we have different staff that cover all different areas of this country. But where I am in particular is that I cover two of our breast cancer initiatives of Miami-Dade County.
Your career and the work that you're doing here in Miami right now is focused on two programs, as I understand it, right?
Yeah,
Men Wear Pink?
Yeah.
And?
Our Making Strides Against Breast Cancer Walk.
Yes.
Yeah, so those are the two campaigns that I'm the staff lead on, and I do have a great team that supports that. But those two events are just such wonderful known events in Miami, and you know, I'm honored to get to lead them and to be trusted with them because such wonderful people are involved in that. So that's what I do and what I lead down here.
What I see you interacting with all the ambassadors. I see you interacting with volunteers, etc. How are you organized, and how do you have access to different sectors within society to participate in this program?
Yeah, absolutely. So the way we get involved in the community, I mean, there's no better publicity than word of mouth, right? So we want to be out in the community, and we really want to tell people, like, this is what we're doing. This is how you are impacted. This is how our community is impacted. You know, we are a national organization, but we do support a lot of things locally. And, you know, a lot of people, when they know that, because they're like, how does it affect me? Well, we have so many programs that affect you and your loved ones locally and nationally, all, you know, all our people in our country. So it's great.
Do you work mostly with institutions or individuals as well?
We work with a variety. Anyone that wants to get involved, whether it's a company, whether it's a healthcare system, whether it's an individual, people in high school, middle school needing volunteer hours, people in college looking to get involved to start their charitable giving, you know, people who are looking to leave a legacy when they leave this earth. We work with all different types of levels and ways of giving.
Was there a particular moment after you entered the American Cancer Society that told you this is the right thing, I'm doing the right thing, an aha moment?
Yes. Oh yeah. When I was thinking about this because I was like, this is the easiest answer to a question. Was last year, it was October 28th was our walk last year, and it took place at Lone Depot Park, the Miami Marlins Park, and it'll take place there again this year on October 26th. But I got up on the stage, and there was like, you know, I'm so busy, I'm running around, and I was like, I really need to take a second to look around. So I got up on the stage, and we call it our Sea of Pink because there are so many people there. We had over 15,000 people that were there last year, and I got up on the stage, and I looked around, and I had goosebumps. I remember having tears in my eyes looking around and being like, this isn't like a me thing. Like, this isn't me leading this walk. These are these people leading this walk, our community members, our volunteers, our companies like Ardurra, who are there showing up not for us who work at ACS, but for the people and the programs that we're supporting at ACS.
Can you tell me a little bit about the two programs? Let's begin with the Men Wear Pink.
So Men Wear Pink is actually presented by Ardurra. So Ardurra is our presenting sponsor. And we're very grateful for that because it helps. We have a goal of $200,000 this year to raise. So by Ardurra coming in, that already is setting our fundraising. So now our ambassadors, their goal is to make up the rest, that Ardurra, that gap. And so it's just very exciting. I mean, Ricardo and Jeremy, your two ambassadors that are fundraising, they are, doing amazing things. Our fundraising minimum is $2,500. For some people, it's a lot. For others, it's just, a quick grab from the wallet. And, all this giving, no matter what the amount is, whether it's the fundraising minimum of $2,500 or it's we have ambassadors that raise over $30,000 sometimes and beyond. Franklin is part of our alumni board, which really serves as leaders, volunteer leaders for this campaign. And he basically goes in and he talks to the ambassadors and he says, let's do this, let's fundraise. If you can fundraise more, that means we have more money to go back to programs. It means we have more money to go back into research. And so it's essential to have people like Franklin and Ardurra backing programs and events like this.
Wearing pink is really a demonstration that I am behind this program that would otherwise, people would think it's only for women, but actually it's for both men and women.
Exactly. Pink is more than just a color, right? Like, pink is an attitude. Pink is a fight. It's really truthful that, pink, you see high school football games, right? Pink pom-poms with the cheerleaders, pink socks, pink helmets, like little things like that you think at that level it's just so small, but then it continues to spread, right? Like, we have buildings that light up pink in Miami, and you see them when you're driving down the highway and you're like, whoa, like, this is for real. Like, our entire community is backing a color, which is more than just a color. It's a representation of the fight. And the pin you're actually wearing, and I'm wearing too, we're matching.
Yes.
It's our American Cancer Society pin. So we have a branded ribbon, and I like to tell people this because when you see people wearing this ribbon with this exact shape, that is the American Cancer Society. So it's great to identify people in the community when they're wearing that, and you're like, oh yeah, you're an American Cancer Society supporter. And the people that aren't, you're like, hey, I need to get you a pin so you can be an American Cancer Society supporter. And like you said, it's more than just, it's really more than just a color.
It's
a
a
fight.
statement, right?
It's a statement, yeah, yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the program and how it ends and when is the final day,
Yeah.
etc.
Yeah, so it ends on November 1st at midnight. That's when we tally up who our ambassadors are that won. And it's really exciting because we're doing a wrap-up party on November 7th, which typically we don't always do a wrap-up party. So this year we wanted to extra celebrate them. So we're excited to have that November 7th. And on November 1st, when that deadline cuts off, is we say, all right, our ambassadors, who are the winners? Like, who get bragging rights for the next year?
Yes.
To say, I raised the most money. And, it's not like they win some giant award or check or anything, because our ambassadors, they don't really care for that. They care for the fact that their money has made this giant impact here at ACS and for all the people that are affected by the programs that they're supporting. I mean, to me, the biggest bragging right is helping others, right? Like, how much did I help others? So it's great. And then we also see those who were able to meet their fundraising minimum. And then we say, okay, maybe some people didn't meet their fundraising minimum, but they get to continue to fundraise throughout till December 15th. So we help them reach their goals, and we help support them and say, okay, how can we help you so you can meet your fundraising minimum, so we can, help support more programs.
So November 1st is
November
the deadline,
1st,
and
yeah.
November 7th is the party.
Yep, November 7th is the party. It's going to be
Wonderful.
fun.
This
yeah.
is beautiful.
Yeah.
This is beautiful. And any particular stories about men wearing pink that you would like to recall? Something that you thought was funny or something that you thought was interesting? A creative idea for fundraising?
Oh boy, let me think. Well, one of the really cool things that I think is awesome is that we have a lot of the different county and city departments that get involved. And we actually have a police officer involved with the city of Miami, and they do pink badges. So I think that's really cool. We have Miami-Dade County that fundraises in a way, and they do pink badges. And I think that's just so cool, is like they're taking something that they wear every day and they're turning it into this pink fight. And they're taking, their badge that they wear with such honor, and they're adding pink and the fight of honor to that as well.
Yeah, I think raising awareness is something that needs to be part of the daily life.
Yeah.
It's not something that you say, oh, I'm going to put this pin on and I'm going to be raising awareness at the time. Why not do it while you're performing your job?
Exactly.
And get children involved.
Yep.
I believe that that's important, that we get children early into this fight.
Yep.
Because this fight is real and it doesn't respect nationality, social status, wealth, nothing.
Cancer does not discriminate in any kind of way, which is, we need to keep an eye on that. We need to see the different ethnic groups it's affecting. We need to see how we can do something to support that. And it's really powerful when we have the technology and the ability to do that too, which is great, and the American Cancer Society is doing.
Beautiful. Tell me now a little bit about the Making Strides.
Ooh, Making Strides. Making Strides Against Breast Cancer of Miami-Dade County. It's presented by Baptist Health Cancer Care. And this walk is just absolutely incredible. Last year, we expected about 10,000 people to come out, and actually over 15,000 people did, and that's a very conservative number. We think it was more, but I do think that this year we'll have about 17 to 20,000 people coming out. It is such a fun day. It's really an opportunity, too, for our breast cancer survivors and thrivers to join us that day, and to, they get their sashes, and they get to be recognized, too, for their fight. Like I said, when I was looking at the stage, there are some people there who might not even know somebody directly who was affected by breast cancer, but the reason they show up is because their friend told them, I do. And, it's a ripple effect of when you support somebody, you make an effort to show up. And Walk Day is just another representation of showing up.
Tell me, how does the fundraising happen in Making Strides?
So the best way to fundraise is that you go to our walk website, which is makingstrideswalk.org/MiamiFL. Super easy to remember, but I'll say it again, makingstrideswalk.org/MiamiFL. And there's a big sign up button. You can find it in the top right corner. You can find it in the middle of the website. And basically, if you haven't signed up a team, or you don't know somebody who's signed up a team, you sign up a team first. That's the ultimate first thing to do. Either find a team to join or sign up a team. And then from there, you're going to recruit your friends and family to join and to sign up under your team.
I love it.
It's so much fun. We have people who just have such a fun time with it. And then once you get those people to sign up, you start sharing your URL, your team page, and you say, help me to reach my goal. We have some teams that raise close to $100,000. We have other teams that raise $1,000, and there is truly no fundraising minimum. It doesn't cost anything to sign up. It doesn't, there's no fundraising minimum, like you have to sign up or you have to fundraise X amount of money in order to attend Walk Day. We know that some people give in different ways. It might not be financially, but it might be by giving with their time. So of course we're always recruiting day of volunteers to help us out. And so Walk Day, it's coming up October 26th at Lone Depot Park.
Day of volunteers can sign up at the same website?
Exactly. So our website has everything you need to know about our walk, and I tell everyone, just go to our website. You're going to find something. If not, reach out to me. Regardless, we'll get connected. But our walk site has, you can sign up for to Day of Volunteer. You can sign up a team. You can find out all of our frequently asked questions and our know before you go. You can learn about our kickoff, which is actually happening this Friday, September 6th at the Marriott Brew Center at Tropical Park, and it's a fashion show where our breast cancer survivors are walking in, and they're representing some local businesses, which is really great. And it's just a time, and it's a free event. It doesn't cost a thing to show up. We, of course, ask that you sign up to join our walk, but it's this week, it's this Friday, and it's going to be so much fun. We have kids activities that happen. I mean, last year we had like a little pumpkin patch area you take photos in. Like how much fun is that? We had, I think last year there was like caricatures and face painting, and it's really a family friendly day. And it's free to park. There's no charge for parking, which in Miami is wonderful.
Okay.
You come out for a day of joining the community in that fight, and like I said, there's no commitment that you're doing except for just supporting our community.
Morgan, let's switch gears a little bit, and I want to talk about this award.
Thank you.
You recently received an award. I understand this, the Miami Beach Chamber of Commerce Badass Women of the Year Young Women in Excellence Award. Please tell me all about it.
The first thing winning this award, I said, badass. Can I put that on LinkedIn? I don't know. But it was really exciting to win that. I was totally not expecting a win at all. I went to the event. It was a beautiful event. And, I have to give a shout out to the Miami Beach Chamber of Commerce, Brittany Bassant, who leads that. And it was just a beautiful event. But I stood up there with other women who are just so powerful and so they give back in the community just as much. And when I won, I was so honored. I was like, wow, this is really exciting. But I give a lot of credit too, and thanks to the city of Miami Beach. We have wonderful volunteers there, former city manager Alina Hudak and Lauren Fertel, who works there. They truly are just wonderful volunteers. They host an event called the C-Note Dinner that gives back to our Making Strides Against Breast Cancer Walk. And so, in winning this award, I was like, what a great way to honor them and thank them for all of their help and, helping me too in ways they definitely have taught me a lot, which is really great. I learn the most from volunteers. I always say I learn people's stories, I learn professional development, I learn so many different things, but this award was just so fun to win. I was like, I told you before, it was just my birthday 2 days ago, and you can win the Young Women in Excellence Award until you're 35. So I remember sitting there being like, I'm 25. I've got another 10 years. If I don't win it this year, it's okay. But if I do win it, maybe I can make the next 10 years, I can just challenge myself every day to represent this award that I won. And when I'm 35, I can look back and say, wow, that's a lot I accomplished in 25 years. And especially with the American Cancer Society, how much did we accomplish in 10 years, and kind of use it as a timeline reference.
Oh, how beautiful. The connection with the most vulnerable links of society is really where institutions and individuals find their strength. Mm-hmm. You're only as powerful as the connection you have with the weakest links of society. Mm-hmm. We really believe that, and corporate social responsibility is all about that.
Absolutely.
Can you tell me a little bit about any visits or any special place where people can go learn a little more about breast cancer, what's happening, etc.?
Absolutely. So our event website, makingstrideswalk.org/MiamiFL, can definitely take you to different, statistics, yearly numbers, things like that. But I always encourage people to take a look at our American Cancer Society website. Super easy to remember. It's cancer.org. And on there you can learn about all different, everything you might need to know about breast cancer. But you can also learn everything you need to know about all cancers, because at the American Cancer Society, we want to end cancer as we know it for everyone. And so it's essential to go on there, learn about, the different cancers, but more importantly, to learn about the programs we have. A lot of the times people come to me and they're like, I have somebody who just got a diagnosis. And I say, I give them a whole email with all our different programs. I don't know if you know this, but we have free rides to and from cancer treatment, which is volunteer-led. It's called our Road to Recovery. People can sign up to be a volunteer for that and get trained, and I highly suggest it. I signed up. I'm excited to start doing that. And then we have different programs like Reach to Recovery or ACS Cares, which are different apps and resource programs where people can get connected to different people also going through treatment and, get advice and learn more about that. We also have, one more plug-in about our programs is we have a beautiful overnight accommodation program called Hope Lodge. So if somebody's traveling, our closest Hope Lodge is in Tampa. If they're traveling there, them and their family can go and stay there for free, because we know cancer can be a burden financially, especially when going through treatment. So we want to make sure that people do have access to, basic human needs, like getting transportation and overnight stays and a roof over their head and, all of that.
How many ambassadors do you have this year?
Ooh, we've got 19. And these are such quality men. We're very excited about having them. And we're still recruiting for ambassadors. So,
any message to any executive, any company leader who is thinking about helping the American Cancer Society?
absolutely. It's so easy for us in this busy world we live in to get lost, right? And to not realize that this is real life. We are all real people. And, no matter what company you're with or, who you're working for or what you do, that we are all not above cancer. And we need to make sure that no matter what level somebody is at, they're giving back. And that, like I said, even if it's not financially, it's with time and it's with energy and it's with purpose and intent. We have great opportunities for companies too to get involved, like sponsorships, like Ardurra is doing. Sponsorships go a long way, and sponsorships help promote both your company, but also how your company is supporting the American Cancer Society. So having companies like Ardurra supporting really does make a huge difference for us.
Morgan, I want to thank you for allowing Ardurra to be part of the American Cancer Society.
Thank you and Ardurra is just, I can't thank you all enough for not only having me today, but taking on social responsibility. It's essential. It's important. It's how everyone needs to be. So thank you all for setting a precedence and allowing other companies to see that it's not that hard. It's pretty simple, and at ACS we want to help you do that. So, we just thank you all for your support and giving back.
Thank you so much. Dear friends, I could not be more excited to have had this conversation. I have been enlightened by the comments of Morgan Seesum, the Senior Development Manager at the American Cancer Society, who told us about these programs. I ask you to please reach out. And also, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and to support the American Cancer Society. You have all the information in this video, and I look forward to seeing you in another edition of this, your Ardurra podcast. We'll see you next time.